Hola, estudiantes. It's Mrs. Santiago here, and today we're going to be learning reflexive verb conjugations. I am going to take the notes with you. We are in Chapter 7 of your OneNote, page 9, reflexive verbs, notes, conjugations. I'm going to eliminate the table of contents and make the page larger, and we will get started right away taking the notes. So, reflexive verbs are verbs that have say on the end of them. This shouldn't be here. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Just to say have say on the end of the verb. With reflexive verbs, the person doing the action is also receiving the action. What is the say on the end of the verb? It is the reflexive pronoun. It refers to the person doing the action. The pronoun changes based on who is receiving, doing and receiving. Okay, they're receiving the action and doing the action both. So look at lavar say. We know lavar. Okay, lavar means to wash. It is an AR verb, so it conjugates as lavo, lavas, lava, lavamos, and lavan. It's a regular AR conjugation. But what's new for us is this SE. Okay, that is the say. So that is the reflexive pronoun, and it's going to change depending on who's doing the action. So it's going to be yo me lavo to te lavas. El, ella, usted, any one person. It could be Juan or Maria. Se lava. Nosotros nos lavamos. Vosotros would be os, only in Spain. Ellos, ellas, ustedes, any two or more people where you're not included. It could be mis padres. It could be mis amigos. It could be Elena y Jorge. And this one is say. So if you wanted to think of just the pronouns, it would be me, te, se, nos, say, which somewhat reminds us of doler. Me duele, te duele, se, but right, this is new because then it was le. So for the doler, like gustar, it's me te le nos les. But here it's me te se no se. The say is the same for both the singular and the plural. So me te se no se. Okay. Conjugating a reflexive verb is a two-step process. First, make the pronoun match the person doing the action. And put it before the verb. Okay, so deal with the say first. Now conjugate the verb. In other words, change the verb ending. And you know what? I'm actually going to change that to green so that it matches everything we're doing is kind of color-coded today. So change the verb ending to match the person doing the action. So we're going to say two steps, say and then conjugate. And I've color-coded the notes so that each verb is green, and then we are going to conjugate with the say. So when you watch the video, the first thing I did was talk about myself. So when you talk about your own daily routine, what pronoun will we use in front of everything? That's right. The pronoun when you're talking about yourself is right here, right? So we're going to use may. Okay, so let's do that first. We're going to work with this. So yo blank blank las manos. Here's the picture. Lavarse. So we're going to do it in the two steps. First of all, we're going to focus on ourselves first. We're going to talk about our own daily routine. Okay, so deal with the say first. Say is going to go all the way to the first spot, and it's when I'm talking about myself, it's going to become may. Now I'm going to take the verb in green and conjugate it by chopping and adding so that this ending matches yo. Yo me lavo. There's the ending. Okay, las manos. Let's do the next one. We're going to start with the say first. Say becomes may, and we move it in front. Vestirse. Now notice this is an E to I stem changer. What would it become? Visto. Yo me visto por la mañana. That's this picture, right? I get dressed in the morning. Now, if you need to, pause the video and try number 3 and 4 by yourself. Okay, I'm going to review them. Number 3, yo blank blank los dientes. You're going to take the say and come to the front again, and it would be may. Take cepillar, change the AR to match yo. It's a regular AR verb, so it would be cepillo. Yo me cepillo los dientes, and that would be this picture, right? Muy bien. Número 4, same thing. Deal with the say first. Say goes in front, becomes may. And now conjugate secar, regular AR verb to match yo. Seco el pelo. And that would be this picture. Yo me seco el pelo. Hopefully you're noticing the pattern. Okay, it's what I like to call the yo, the may, the o. The yo, the may, the o. Okay, this is the pattern that appears when you're talking about yourself with reflexive verbs. The yo, the may, the o. Okay, when you're talking about yourself. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. That's the first half of the video that you watched. When you're talking about your own daily routine, it's the yo, the may, the o. Okay. What happens if you're not talking about yourself? What if the mirror is reflecting to somebody else? Okay, you can see that this is still o, as, a, amos, an. You're going to conjugate your verb. But again, your pronouns are going to change. When you talk about yourself, it's may. Talk about others, it's te. Talk about any one person, it's going to be se. Talking about nosotros, it's nos. And any 2 or more people, it's still se. Okay. Focus on others. Here we go. Okay, so focus on others. Make the pronoun match the person doing the action and conjugate. So again, it's the 2-step process, right? We're going to deal with the say, and then we're going to conjugate. So let's look at the first one. Mi madre blank blank con la toalla. Well, we've got secarse. Deal with the say first. My mom is one person, so I'm going to take the say over here. One person. Okay, so it's going to stay say. Now I have to conjugate secar to match ella. Well, it's an AR verb, so it's just going to take an A. Se seca. Mi madre se seca con la toalla. Her toalla is pink. What do you think a toalla is? That's right, it's a towel. Now let's look at mi amigo. Blank blank el uniforme. Ponerse. Okay, deal with the say first. How many amigos do we have? That's right, it's just one amigo. So say would stay, say. Move it to the front. Poner is an ER verb. So when I conjugate the ER verb to match one person, it becomes pone, right? Because then it's o es a amos en. You can pause the video and see if you can do tres and cuatro on your own. Okay, let's review them. We're going to start with the say. Jorge y Luis blank blank en el espejo. This is an espejo right here. So remember that from house chapter. Okay, en el espejo. Let's deal with the say first. Jorge y Luis are two people. Uno, dos. Okay, so two or more people, not including me, it's going to stay say and come to the front. Now we have to take the regular AR verb afeitar and make it match more than one person. Afeitan. Jorge and Luis shave themselves in the mirror. Muy bien. Too blank blank, muy tarde. Remember that word tarde? If you get to school in the tarde in the afternoon, you are very tarde, very late. Okay, let's deal with the say first. When I'm talking about you, okay, I'm going to change the say to te, move it to the front. Despertarse, this E changes to IE. So it's going to be te despiertas. You get up very late. Tú te despiertas tarde. Okay, muy bien. Hopefully this is making sense for you. Two-step process. Okay, conjugate and change the say. Okay, just a quick note here. We're not going to do this too much, but it is part of this chapter to learn what to do when your reflexive verb is used following another action verb. Well, what are we talking about? We're talking about things like querer, to want, necesitar, to need, ir plus a plus the infinitive, the simple future, to be going to, tener plus que plus the infinitive, to have to. Think about this in English just for a second. You can say, I want to get up at 7. I need to get up early. I am going to lay down and go to sleep. I have to take a shower. Okay, so you can see how daily routine items do work well behind these verbs. Please keep in mind the note at the bottom. When two verbs go walking, the first one does the talking. So here's what we need to do with this. It says one simple step. Okay, change the pronoun to match the person doing the action, just like we did above, and leave it attached to the end of the infinitive verb. Okay, example. And I know that's weird. So that means you would take something like lavarse. Okay, it's already attached to the end. You're going to continue to use the me, te, say, nos, and say, and just leave it attached to the end if it's coming after a verb that's already conjugated. Let's take a look at this. Yo voy a blank la maquillaje. Okay, I'm going to put on the makeup. Okay, I'm going to put on. So because this is already conjugated, voy a, into the simple future, I'm going to leave it poner. And now I have to take the say and make it match yo, and it would be poner me. I am going to put on the makeup on myself. Yo voy a ponerme. Let's get número dos. Tú tienes que blank, and it's levantarse. Okay, so you have to get up. Okay, so again, let's take the full verb because this tienes que, this is already conjugated to match to. So now we have to take the full verb, levantar. Now make the say match to by making it te and leaving it attached to the end. Tú tienes que levantarte. And let's look at número tres. Nosotros necesitamos. We need. This is already conjugated. Okay? So we now have to look at the whole sentence. Nosotros necesitamos blank a las 7 para ir en vacación. And the word is despertarse. So we have to wake ourselves up at 7 to go on vacation. We're going to take that full verb despertar and write it. Despertar. Now, what's the pronoun to match nosotros? Go up and look. It would be nos. So we're going to change the se to nos and leave it attached. Nosotros necesitamos despertarnos a las 7 para ir en vacación. Okay, muy bien. Now remember, this section is only when you have two verbs. Okay, so if you already have a verb that's conjugated, the first one is conjugated already. Okay, then you're going to add your verb and leave your pronoun attached to the end. Okay, only when there's two verbs. The first one is conjugated because the first one goes walking and doing the talking. Okay, I hope that helped. You do have a practice page to work on that is going to hopefully help you with these notes. Okay, guys, gracias. We'll be going over it in class as well.